If Alexander Graham Bell were alive today and he made that famous call now, it might go something like this. He dials the phone, he waits for his assistant to answer, and he hears this. Hello, this is Watson. I can't come to the phone right now. If you'd like me to see if your new phone system works, press 1. If you'd like to speak to Mrs. Watson, press 2. If you hate voicemail, press 3. The point is, phones are changing, and to show us how to make the most of them, here's Nancy Friedman, the world-famous telephone doctor.
The world's only telephone doctor.
Well, that's why you're famous in the world.
This is intensive care. This is way out of my specialty.
That's right.
When there's blood, I'm history. All right. Can we talk about the phone, your instrument for a moment?
Yes, let's talk about my instrument.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Well, telephone, I need to tell our viewers what the telephone doctor is because I'm not going to work with the instrument. I go around the country training corporations to do a better job when the public calls. Your viewers should be treated like a welcome guest when they call a company, and as you and I well know, sometimes we're treated like an annoyance or an interruption.
Especially
so, through our
airlines, big companies.
It doesn't matter, small companies, big companies. If you've ever picked up the phone and dialed somebody, you have probably said, oh, I'll never call there again. And so hundreds and hundreds of billions of dollars are being lost because of poor skills on the telephone. We could cure cancer, we could get the deficit fixed, we could fix America.
Now, as I understand it, you got into this line of work by accident.
It was a wonderful accident, a wonderful accident. 10 years ago, I picked up my telephone and I called my insurance agent and I told him to cancel all my policies. No small job, we were his largest account. He fell off his chair. He said, what happened, Nancy? So I told him, I said, your people stink. They're so rude, they're so abrupt, they're so unfriendly, they're so unhelpful, and I don't want to do business with you anymore. He said, you know, you're right. When I call your company, I'm treated like a king, and I'm not even a customer. I said, Michael, we treat our wrong numbers better than you treat your customers. He asked me to come over and show his folks what we did at our office, and I did. And then I went to a newspaper in Davenport, Iowa, and helped them. And it was there that the editor of the Quad City Times came up to me and said, you're very good, you've got all the cures, you're the doctor, you're the telephone doctor. So, voila.
And here you are today.
Yes.
And now you make something like $4,000 for a seminar.
Sure, tell the world.
No, it's in the Wall Street Journal, so it's out there.
We've progressed. It's a thrill. It is a real thrill to be able to go around and help people, because you know this is basic common sense. But it isn't taught in schools today, Steve. I don't know about you. They had history, they had geography, the geometry, they had all those things, astrology, but they never had a course.
They had astrology at your school?
That was a long time ago.
Now let's talk about it.
Stay in the light.
Let's talk about a few tips.
All right.
Number one, biggest mistake people make?
The biggest mistake that the world makes is we're just not friendly enough. I said it before and I'll say it again. Callers should be treated as a welcome guest when they call a company, and we're treated like an annoyance and interruption. The first thing you want to remember is before you pick up the telephone, smile.
Why?
Why? Because you can hear it. You can hear
a smile.
Of course you can. Now, you're an announcer, you're on television. You're taught to, well, hi, this is Steve, and I'm good, you know. But, you know, think of the telephone as the radio, where you only have 4 to 6 seconds to make that good impression. On television, you've got sight, sound, color, motion. You've got all these wonderful things. But on the telephone, you've got 4 to 6 seconds to make a good first impression.
Okay, so smile first.
Before you pick it up.
Hello?
Look at that. That's very good. Because you know what? You can also hear a frown.
Hello?
See?
Oh, you're right.
Of course I'm right. I'm the telephone doctor.
All right, what else?
Well, you want to greet callers, and you only need 3 things when you greet callers. Now, some people answer the phone like it's the sequel to Gone with the Wind. You've called this place. Good morning, XYZ Company. This is Mary. How can I help you? Who did you want? Why are you calling? Who is this? What's going on here? Do you have any information at all? That's a little too much. You only need 3 things when you pick up the telephone. You need what we have labeled as a buffer, and that could be good morning, good afternoon, thanks for calling, Merry Christmas, Happy Tuesday, something that says, I'm so glad you called. Now, we do this in person. We walk up to somebody at a party Saturday night, we go, how do you do? I'm Nancy Friedman. That's a buffer. You don't walk up to people and go, I'm Nancy Friedman. I'm Nancy Friedman. You don't do that. You walk up and you say, nice to meet you, how do you do? So you need that on the telephone. You need good morning, good afternoon. The second thing would be obviously the company name, and we'll use America's Talking. So it would be, good morning, America's Talking, and then my name. This is Nancy. Stop. Anything after our name erases our name. We don't, do I have something here?
No, I was just doing that.
My husband does that to me all the time. He does this like a signal. And so then I go, do I have something here? Anyway, you need only 3.
I missed the part shaving.
So did I.
Can I ask Nancy a question?
She's almost done.
Nancy, what do you
This is
do
the
with
Nancy Friedman Show. Welcome,
Nancy,
my
what do you
guest
do with rude callers? Like if
Oh,
someone's
rude-
really rude to you, what do you say to them? If they start swearing at you or something.
The swear, we have a wonderful
Yeah.
thing called Telephone Doctor Swear Stopper, and that is simply when somebody is using the abusive language, never hang up on a caller. When we hang up, we label ourselves as rude, and so you would say something like, "Excuse me, I can handle your problem, that's no problem. I cannot handle your abusive language." And in most cases, people go, "Oh, geez, I didn't."
All right.
Take a breath.
Take a breath, take a commercial. Nancy Friedman, Telephone Doctor, thank you very much.
Thank
the doctor is out. Thank you very much for
Thank
stopping
you.
by.
My
It's a
pleasure.
pleasure.